Calon FM on 105 FM. Community radio at its best.
Tell me what's happening, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
So, there you go. What is the buzz? What's happening? What's going on? What's happening? So continuing Theatre Clwyd's 40th year celebrations, running alongside Much Ado About Nothing in the main house, we have To Dream Again, a brand new play by writer Toby Hulse, who he specialises in writing for family audiences, and he's taken the story of A Midsummer Night's Dream and adapted it for a younger audience. It's running in the Emlyn Williams Studio Theatre, with a co-production between Theatre Clwyd and London's Polka Theatre Company, and after its run at Theatre Clwyd, it's going to transfer to the Polka's home in Wimbledon for a short run early next year. Toby Hulse has been quite clever here, taking a modern day scenario of a 9-year-old girl, played superbly, I must say, by Hannah Hutch, and she's fighting to keep her parents together in a home that's on the brink of a breakup when Robin Goodfellow, we all know Robin Goodfellow from Midsummer Night's Dream, he turns up in the guise of a plumber, and he takes us on a magical journey back in time to when her parents first met, and to a time where Shakespeare's language, more importantly, was spoken. Now, this is quite a clever move from the writer, as he introduces the use of Shakespeare's sometimes quite daunting text, slowly introduces it to an audience that on the night that I saw it was predominantly school children. I met up with actors Rebecca Pownell and Kieran Hill, who play the parents in the play, and I started by asking them, did they think combining the two texts helped the younger audience get to grips with the very, sometimes quite tricky language?
I think so. And I think what's quite nice from our point of view, because when we go into the Shakespeare, we're going from older adults in modern day back to young things in love in the forest.
Yeah.
And so it's the fun. It's almost like the fun bit.
Is in Shakespeare.
Is in the Shakespeare, and I think the kids sort of sometimes tend to feel that and go, oh,
yeah,
which is nice, rather than the Shakespeare being the older, boring, serious bit. Yeah. So it's fun, and he did write them to be performed. Rather than studied in a classroom, to see it rather than just sit around a desk and study it.
I was part of the RSC's Stand Up for Shakespeare, and it was 3 different aspects, or 3 different kind of key points, to the manifesto, and it was start it young, see it live, and do it on your feet. Part of the beauty of it and the joy of it is in saying it, number one, and then hearing it out loud.
Yeah.
And I think we've got it wrong for a long time in this country, that in the teaching of Shakespeare, that we've almost put this kind of reverence around it. We've put it up on this pedestal, and gone, it's so amazing, it's so amazing, it's so amazing, and we are but kind of humble beings to even get near its beauty and light.
Absolutely,
as opposed to just going, let's just mess around with it and talk about it and say it and play with it. And that's what he did. He made stuff up when he couldn't think of a word, that he made a word up. But
and you can't help but give this speech and not feel excited because of the way he's written it. And
exactly. And I think we're only just starting now to open it up a bit and make it a bit more accessible and available to everyone.
And exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure. I sound like one of those terrible people that go, Shakespeare would think like this and Shakespeare would think like that. But I'm pretty sure he'd be devastated if he came back and saw that only people who'd studied him for 20 years or people who'd gone to Oxford understood him, and lots of kids who were at schools went, oh no, I'm scared of this.
But as long as I believe what they're saying, then I don't mind.
Yeah. Sometimes people can try and shoehorn a concept onto a Shakespeare to try and make it new and original. Sometimes that can get in the way, but it doesn't bother me.
No, it's nice to see it done in a different.
Exactly. I like kind of seeing things being pulled apart and changed and tried, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
And nothing more contemporary than basing a story around a broken family.
Yeah.
It's not a happy ending.
It's not the ending maybe you'd expect for a play that's
but even as an adult, I was thinking, I hope they stay together.
Yeah, but that's what's good about it. It's a fairy tale. The play is a bit of a fairy tale, but it doesn't have your say usual traditional fairy tale ending.
No.
It has a much more honest, realistic, truthful ending, but it's still a positive one. That's what we hope anyway. From rehearsing the play. It's the thing I loved about it when I read it.
It's the best ending for all three of them that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
Even if it's not what you might expect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That actually it's a positive ending because you can see that they will all be happier because of it.
I think the adults have taken it much more emotionally than the kids. Have an amazing ability to see it quite black and white and not unemotionally, of course, but they put their hands up and say, my mum and dad are separated.
Matter of fact.
Matter of fact.
Yeah.
And we say, oh, is it did it help watching this play? Did you get something out of it? Yeah, definitely. Whereas adults come out and go, are you sure you should be doing this to 7-year-olds? So actually, it's the reverse. It's the adults who really take it.
Some of the comments we've had from adults as well, like, oh God, I'm in my 40s now. I've got my own children. My parents split up when I was younger. And I've only realised now, watching this play, that it's not my fault.
Oh, really?
Somebody said that to us. Yeah.
And also adults with children who say it's going to make me think a little bit more at home. Just the nature of how we do talk to each other.
But I've got 3 kids, and they will have all said to us, and how did you meet? Who fancied who first? How did it happen? But then watching to this tonight, and I was thinking, I can't remember. I certainly can't remember the feeling.
The magic and beauty of love. but that was what the writer also was interested in, is because in Midsummer Night's Dream, Demetrius is still technically drugged by Puck and Oberon at the end of the play to be happy ever after with Helena, and so the writer was a little bit like, wait a second, is that what's going to happen there when the magic wears off?
Yeah.
So I think he was interested in sort of exploring that.
And he was also keen to look at magic and our perception of what magic is, and in a way you could say magic is around us all the time. People, when you fall in love, it's magic. You can't really explain it. It's that beautiful kind of thing that just happens. But then there's the magic of a fairy that can make stuff appear. So he was keen to explore that, and I think that's part of the excitement side of it for kids, is that there's lots of stuff that kind of it helps them understand things maybe about love. As a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, they can see it as like I get it. It's like magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But true love never did run smooth, dear.
It didn't.
That is true. So are you involved in Polka Theatre Company then? Is that what you are? Or are you just involved in this show?
We're just at the moment involved here, but the show is definitely it's a co-production with Polka, so it's going to be, I think it's February 2017.
Yes.
In London at Polka Theatre, and John, the director, and the designer, designers are all going to be there.
That actual set has been designed so that it fits into the Polka Theatre.
Oh, right.
It will be dismantled,
shipped
down to London, and then rebuilt.
Okay.
I've
got to say though, the set is awesome.
It is, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, it's just, and some of the little magical moments, simple but really, really effective.
Amy, the designer Amy Jane Cook, has done an amazing job.
The music's beautiful. Yeah. I think
is it original music?
Yes, all kind of scored and all composed.
Harry Blake, who's the sound designer, composed and designed it all.
Kind of watched our rehearsals and then wrote stuff to go with it, which was great.
Yeah.
And then like you said, the lighting, all of it is they worked very closely as a team.
Yes, Jamie Platt on lights as well. They all
of them worked together very, very closely to kind of
incredible little powerhouse creative team.
Yeah, to make it all happen. Yeah. And then the fairies do all the magic.
And then the fairies do it all.
Yeah. So lots of house fairies in the theatre that make all the magic work.
Which
is good.
They can't take all the credit.
They're on overtime. I tell you, those fairies.
They are.
On overtime.
No, but another thing, technically, to do a show that lasts an hour and 15 minutes must be lovely.
It's great. It's fun, and it's all done like that. There's so much squeezed into 70 minutes.
Yeah.
I think the Toby's written such a very clever and beautiful play that works on so many different levels. You've got 6, 7-year-olds watching it, and you've got 67-year-olds watching it, and I think they'll both get as much from watching that play as each other, and in very different ways, which is a really clever thing to have done. And and it's like I said, in 70 minutes you've got kind of comedy, people laughing out loud, to people crying, everything in between.
To people going, how do you do that?
Yeah.
Directed by John Young, designed by Amy Jane Cook, lighting and sound by Jamie Platt and Harry Blake, combining creatively to give our younger audiences at Theatre Clwyd a wonderful, magical theatrical experience in this To Dream Again. Tickets are still available for the final performance tonight at 7 p.m. The box office at 01352 701 521. That's 01352 701 521. Tickets are £8.50 for adults, £6.50 for children, and concessions. It's a bargain, it really is. It's a lovely piece of work. Also, I would say that Much Ado About Nothing is closing this evening at Theatre Clwyd also, and you can still get tickets to see that as well. I'll give you the number again: 01352 701 521. And coming up on the 15th and 16th of July, the fantastic Dancerama has its annual outing from one of North Wales's longest established dancing schools, the Shirley School of Dancing, and tickets are now on sale for that, and they're just £9 and £8 concession. I'll be popping down to rehearsals to catch a word with them, a few of the performers in the week. Again, the box office number 01352 701 521. That's 01352 701 521. Incidentally, if you would like your show or event promoted on any of our shows here at Calon FM, please contact the studio on the email at studio@calonfm.com. That's studio@calonfm.com, or contact Amy or Catherine in the office on 01978 293 393. That's 01978 293 393.
Calon FM on 105 FM, community radio at its